Hey y'all, I'm James Wright, coming to you from my dive locker, and this is JJ, my son.
Hi.
And today we are going to go and watch him get certified as a diver. He is the second child in the house to do it, and so now there are 4 of us. So we're going to go to the pool and see him do some skills, his open water tests, and then we're going to go for his first dive as a certified diver. So,
let's dive in.
first thing we're going to do is head off to Loves Park Scuba and let him get in his first 4 dives in the pool. We've got to do all of the skills and learn all the things you need to learn to be safe. And so a lot of that's just messing around and having fun, but eventually we've got to start learning things like what happens if the regulator falls out of your mouth. How do you get it back in? What do you do in switching between them? How do you clear your mask? Can you take your mask off underwater? And so he has to do all of these things, including taking your BC all the way off and putting it back on, and sometimes even doing it in water you can't stand up on. Here he's going to be learning how to traverse along the wall and floor without a mask on. So he's doing this with nothing covering his nose or eyes. He gets to the other end, and then he has to refit his mask, put it on, and clear it out, all while being calm and underwater and under pressure. And he got to the point where he loved having his mask off, and he actually did a couple dives in the pool without any mask at all because, well, that's JJ, and yeah, he's a natural fish. So after 4 dives in the pool, we got to go out and do all the skills over again in the open water. We went to a local quarry that had really poor visibility, but it's a really good chance to learn here, because if you can learn in this and have fun in this kind of visibility, you're going to have fun in a lot of other places. And so here he got to do mask clearing, and he got to do surfacing. How do you actually swim to the top under your own power and then inflate your BC with air from the surface rather than using a power inflator. All of the skills needed to be able to do it safely and be able to pull yourself out and rescue yourself whenever there's a problem. And he did it very well. He is actually far more competent than I was expecting. He's taken on pretty well. Here he has to take his BC on and off in water he can't stand up in. After doing all the skills, there are several dives we can do and just have a little bit of fun and explore, and he got to go see some fish and try out new things. So after he finished all of his skills and became a certified diver, we went for a family dive with JJ, Melody, and myself. This time we went to Pearl Lake, and the visibility is much, much better here. This day we had probably about 60 to 70 feet of visibility. It was absolutely gorgeous down there. And I got to give the chance for the kids to just explore and have a little bit of fun and play around. And you can see how they're beginners. They're still using their hands and learning how to kick properly, but there's a lot of skills to begin with. It's not something you can immediately just jump into and go to town. You got to learn your buoyancy. You got to learn all these other little things, and the only way to do that is to go out and have a bit of fun. But this is more or less a reward dive from learning the basic skills, and now they can go off and, expend a lot of energy in a short amount of time. Then after their first dive, I let the 2 of them go off and explore together, and I just followed along for the fun and had a chance. They got to play with new things like following a compass underwater and seeing how they can get from point A to point B and what discoveries they might find if they have a heading that they can follow. This is a lot of fun to then multitask and learn how do you follow a compass at the same time as maintaining your buoyancy and not sinking too far down and not floating up to the surface and still being able to multitask around it. And it was a fun chance to learn and watch them, and they got to have a lot of fun following fish around and exploring some of the things underneath the lake, and just an overall enjoyable time in the water. Learning to dive is an amazing skill that teaches you new things and allows you to try different things you've never tried before. And it is just all around fun. And it's even more fun to then share that with the family and be able to go on dives together. This is just absolutely enjoyable. So JJ has finished his training, and he is now a full certified open water diver. And I'm looking forward to taking him on many more trips to come and seeing what we get to explore together as a family. Only 1 more to go, and all 5 of us will be fully certified divers. Lots of fun in the future.